Your legs tell the truest story of your freedom. They carry groceries, balance you on uneven sidewalks, propel you upstairs to hug a grandchild waiting at the top. When they falter, your world shrinks to the radius of a kitchen chair. Most people blame age alone for that shrinking circle, yet the real culprits are often hiding in the medicine cabinet and the pantry. 2. Vitamins taken in the wrong amounts and a parade of everyday foods that quietly drain power from muscle, bone, and nerve. Think of your body at 60 as a finely tuned orchestra. Each nutrient is an instrument, each hormone the conductor. When a trumpet blares too loudly or the strings lag behind, harmony turns to dissonance. Vitamin A and vitamin D, for all their well-earned reputations as protectors of vision and bone, become those overzealous trumpets when doses climb past healthy limits. Instead of nourishing tissues, the excess lodges in liver, fat, and even the lining of blood vessels, stirring inflammation that echoes down to calves and ankles. Why focus on legs? Because lower limbs are where gravity tests circulation, where nerves stretch the farthest from spine to toes, and where fast-twitch muscle fibers disappear first when nutrition goes awry. A single imbalance waving through that system can steal balance, slow reaction time, and turn brisk walks into exhausting shuffles. Before long, stairs look like Everest, garden beds feel unreachable, and confidence evaporates with every wobbly step. Let us start with vitamin A, fat-soluble royalty that rules cell growth, immune strength, and night vision. In normal amounts, it is a benevolent monarch. In surplus, it becomes a tyrant, accumulating month after month because the body cannot flush it easily. That buildup thickens periosteum, the membrane around bones, making them brittle at the very moment you need flexibility to absorb missteps. Simultaneously, surplus vitamin A interferes with vitamin K2, so calcium wanders from skeleton to soft tissue. Deposits settle in tendons and heel cords, turning springy collagen into chalk and leaving calves stiff as plaster at dawn. Excess vitamin A also disrupts neuromuscular junctions, the tiny bridges where nerves spark muscles to contract. Electrical messages that once leapt across gaps now sputter, producing the quiver you feel when rising from a squat. Your brain shouts, "Stand," but the signal arrives garbled, and legs hesitate long enough to feel unsafe. Add thinning skin and easy bruising, both hallmarks of vitamin A overload, and you begin to see how a supplement meant to help eyesight gradually undermines mobility. The stealthy sources surprise many seniors. Fortified breakfast cereals, energy bars, and multivitamins often deliver preformed retinol palmitate on top of what you naturally eat in liver pâté, dairy, and egg yolk. A daily spoonful of cod liver oil alone can exceed the safe upper limit. Because labeling laws list vitamin A as percent of daily value, consumers assume anything near 100% is safe. Yet those numbers apply to younger adults. Metabolic clearance slows with every decade, so seniors effectively double internal exposure when ingesting the same dose. Vitamin D paints an equally tricky picture. Doctors rightly screen for deficiency because low vitamin D weakens bones and reduces muscle protein synthesis. But the pendulum has swung so far toward supplementation that megadoses, 5,000, 10,000, even 50,000 IU capsules, crowd medicine cabinets. Unlike vitamin C, whose surplus exits in urine, vitamin D raises blood calcium relentlessly when oversupplied, a condition called hypercalcemia. That extra calcium drifts into arteries, kidneys, and bursa around joints. In legs, calcium can embolize into microarteries feeding quadriceps and gastrocnemius, starving fibers of oxygen and triggering cramps that wake you at 2 a.m. The synergy of too much vitamin D with too much vitamin A magnifies harm. Vitamin A heightens sensitivity of bone-resorbing cells to vitamin D, accelerating calcium leakage into blood. Meanwhile, vitamin D increases gut absorption of vitamin A. In effect, an innocent combo pill labeled hair, skin, and nails may set up a feedback loop that taxes kidneys, stiffens tendons, and leaves thigh muscles aching after modest walks. Yet vitamins alone rarely operate in isolation. They pair with lifestyle habits, some marketed as rewards, that fan the flames of imbalance. Sugary desserts, for example, crank insulin so high that renal filtration of calcium slows, worsening hypercalcemia symptoms from excess vitamin D. Each frosted pastry not only spikes blood sugar, but also traps water in lower limbs, making calves feel like wet sandbags by evening. Sugar further drives glycation, cross-linking collagen already brittle from high vitamin A, creating tendons that tear on minor missteps. Fried foods enter next with their cargo of trans fats. Trans fats stiffen cell membranes, limiting the vitamin D receptor's ability to flip on genes that build new muscle. They also raise inflammatory cytokines, pushing even moderate vitamin A levels toward toxicity by stressing the liver. Seniors who rely on fried chicken and golden fries for comfort often wonder why knees burn after short errands. The culprit is this trio of inflammation, calcium misplacement, and membrane rigidity. White bread may look harmless, yet its refined starch turns into blood sugar faster than table sugar itself. That speed triggers cortisol swings, which leach minerals from bone. When those minerals include magnesium, the body can no longer moderate vitamin D's push to raise calcium, and cramps radiate down shins like electric vines. In a cruel twist, many heart-healthy breads are fortified with vitamin A, compounding the oversupply. Alcohol, beloved nightcap of many retirees, layers on additional risk. Ethanol depletes magnesium and disrupts bile flow, slowing vitamin A excretion. It also blocks conversion of inactive vitamin D to its usable form, tempting seniors to increase supplement doses and thus magnifying hypercalcemia once the liver finally catches up. Worsened hydration thickens blood, so calcium crystals scratch vessel walls, sparking inflammation that echoes as throbbing behind the knees the morning after one glass too many. Processed meats supply sodium nitrite that reacts with amino acids to form nitrosamines, compounds shown to weaken mitochondrial energy production. Mitochondria are the battery packs of muscle. When they fizzle, thighs fatigue on stair number 6 instead of 16. Salt in those meats also elevates blood pressure, forcing kidneys already straining under vitamin D overload to work harder. The result is edema pooling at the ankles, pulling collagen fibers apart until skin looks shiny and taut. Instant noodles combine the worst offenders: MSG, palm oil rich in trans fats, and salt loads surpassing entire daily limits. MSG may overstimulate glutamate receptors in motor neurons, making muscles fire erratically. Seniors report twitching calves after late-night noodle cups, but rarely connect the dots to vitamin A-sensitized nerves. Meanwhile, palm oil's saturated fat further interferes with vitamin D metabolism, turning circulation viscid and legs restless under the sheets. Industrial cakes, ultra-processed cheese spreads, and mass-market ice creams pile on trans fats, plus high-fructose syrups that compete with vitamin D for the same liver enzymes, delaying clearance. Imagine your hepatic detox system as a queue at the bank. Every slice of supermarket cheesecake adds more customers, stretching wait times for fat-soluble vitamins attempting to exit. All the while, legs cramp from electrolyte imbalance and joints protest under extra pounds, these calorie bombs stealthily add. Milk chocolate, though beloved, offers minuscule cacao benefits drowned in sugar and dairy fat. That sugar robs B vitamins necessary to escort vitamin A through metabolic checkpoints, resulting in backup within liver cells. Dairy fat boosts chylomicron formation, so each bar of chocolate ferries more vitamin A from gut to tissue than ancestral diets ever intended. Meanwhile, Caffeine traces in chocolate constrict blood vessels, shrinking nutrient delivery to calf muscles already short on oxygen. Canned foods complicate the picture with sodium and bisphenol A, BPA. Sodium reprises its edema game, while BPA mimics estrogen, influencing calcium channels and potentially intensifying vitamin D-related hypercalcemia. Reheating those soups multiplies BPA leaching, meaning each comforting bowl might feed bone pain next morning. Filled cookies and flavored crackers hide partially hydrogenated oils plus phosphate additives. Phosphates compete with calcium, so the body compensates by pulling more calcium from bone, while vitamin D shuttles it into bloodstream, raising risks of kidney stones and stiffening arteries in calves. That stiffness surfaces during long car rides when ankles feel like rusty hinges after you finally step out. MSG-laden convenience meals disturb nerve transmission in ways researchers are only starting to map. Seniors sensitive to MSG describe a buzzing in thighs after microwave dinners. If vitamin A has already sensitized nerves, MSG acts like turning up the volume on a faulty speaker. Distortion replaces music. Muscles misfire, balance wobbles, and fear of falling sets in. How, then, do you reclaim harmony inside this nutrient orchestra? Begin by tallying your vitamin A and vitamin D intake from every source. Multivitamins, fortified foods, cod liver oil capsules, prescription drops. Aim for a combined daily vitamin A closer to 2,500 IU from food, not the 8,000, 10,000 IU sneaking into many eye health pills. For vitamin D, stay within 800, 2,000 IU unless a blood test under physician guidance proves deficiency. Remember, sunshine still synthesizes vitamin D naturally. A 15-minute walk moderates levels while flexing calf muscles and stimulating circulation. Swap fortified cereals for steel-cut oats topped with walnuts and fresh berries. Foods that supply magnesium and antioxidants to buffer vitamin imbalances. Replace fried snacks with baked sweet potato wedges brushed in olive oil. Beta-carotene converts to vitamin A only as needed, never reaching toxicity. Trade white bread for sprouted grains that stabilize blood sugar and feed gut bacteria producing vitamin K2, the crucial traffic cop directing calcium back into bones. Hydrate with herbal teas infused with ginger and hibiscus, both natural calcium channel modulators easing hypercalcemia symptoms. Add leafy greens, rich in potassium, to salads. Potassium counters sodium's water retention habit and lightens heavy ankles by evening. For protein, favor grilled salmon, sardines, or lentils simmered with turmeric. Their omega-3s quell inflammation, and their phosphorus arrives balanced with magnesium. When sweet cravings hit, reach for 85% dark chocolate squares. They provide flavanols that improve endothelial function without drowning legs in sugar spikes. Freeze blended bananas with almond butter and cinnamon for a faux ice cream that skips trans fats and artificial gums. Movement remains medicine. Calf raises at the counter, seated knee extensions during commercials, mini squats while brushing teeth. Each squeeze pumps lymph, clearing excess calcium and vitamin metabolites from tissues. Pair exercise with 5 deep diaphragmatic breaths afterward. Every inhale massages thoracic ducts, accelerating waste removal, so leg muscles start the next activity refreshed. Sleep repairs what waking hours dismantle. Aim for 7 to 9 hours in a room cooler than 20 degrees. Heat dilates vessels, worsening edema. Elevate feet on a pillow to harness gravity against pooling fluids. Turn screens off an hour before bed. Blue light suppresses melatonin, a hormone that also modulates bone remodeling. Instead, read or journal wins from the day. Skipped instant noodles. Stretched hamstrings. Called doctor about supplement review. Writing solidifies habits, and habits rescue legs 1 inch of stride at a time. Finally, involve healthcare providers. Request a comprehensive metabolic panel and specific vitamin A and 25-OHD tests. Bring a list of supplements and fortified foods for honest discussion. If levels run high, taper dosage under supervision. Abrupt cessation of fat-soluble vitamins can leave genuine deficiencies exposed. Ask about DEXA scans to evaluate bone density before and after diet changes. You will witness objective proof that correct doses rebuild, not rob, skeletal strength. Picture yourself 6 months from now, walking beach sand without calf cramps, bending to tie shoes without tendons squeak, stepping off curbs without waver, arms swinging freely, lungs filling with salt air, mind clear because feet feel trustworthy again. That future begins with one deliberate act today: checking labels, swapping snacks, measuring supplements. Legs may carry the body, but choices carry the legs. You earned those choices through decades of experience. Now wield them like the tools they are. Dismiss marketing that equates more with better. Embrace balance where vitamins, minerals, and whole foods choreograph a symphony of strength in every fiber from hip to heel. When neighbors marvel at your steady stride, you can smile and quietly credit wisdom, plus a pinch of restraint around the supplement jar. Your journey back to confident mobility won't require perfect discipline, only consistent respect for the limits nature set. Vitamin A and vitamin D will remain vital allies once you invite them in the right proportions. Choose that partnership, and your legs will keep you exploring gardens, markets, and memories for decades ahead.